Hi Tailliners, and welcome back to the channel. It's 9:15 on Bank Holiday Sunday, 1st of May. I'm back out on the Penrose Headlands. 2 rods already set up like usual. 1 rig out there with a scratcher, 2 ragworm bait and a crab on the bottom hook. And then I've tried a crab on a 2.0 pennel up and over. On the other one, just while I wait for the fish baits to thaw just a little bit more. Target species, pretty much anything that comes along really, but if I can get a smooth hound, all the better. Trying to get over the disappointment of not catching fish the other night on what I thought was a perfect night conditions. We fished this here today on the flood up until high water around about midnight-ish, and we'll see what happens from there. Anyway, os oes na rhywbeth yn digwydd, roi chi'n dol. Right, Tailliners, I've had baits in now for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Like I always do when I come to a mark, I always check just to see what the crab activity is like. Oh, there's a knock on that one. This is the scratching rig. I think there might be something on. Only small. Probably awaiting. Also a long way away. Encouraging. What have we got? We got a dab. No, we haven't. We've got a small place. That's a small place, guys. Well, not a bad way to start a session. 1 small place. Let's get another bait out there, and then we'll sort that fish out in a bit. I'll put this fish in this little pool down here for now. Blank saved, guys. Couldn't possibly not catch a fish again tonight, could they? Anyway, here we go. So on this one now, a 3-hook scratcher. On the bottom hook I got a little bit of mackerel strip. I'll clip that in now. I can see what I'm doing. And ragworm. That place was on ragworm. Hopefully there's more place out there and we can bag ourselves a keeper. That'd be nice. Nice bit of place for tea tomorrow would be good. Right, first cast, one place. Let's have a closer look at it. That's alright, it's nicely hooked just inside the lip there, and that's released. What I was telling you before about a place having a rounder tail and rounder fins. Look at those lovely spots. I'll get this release and I shall look at it. Time to bring this one in as well to check the bait. Did have a small knock on it. There we go. There we go. Didn't take long for them to see the day, did it? Oh well, 2 casts, 2 fish. Can't really complain. Not what I was looking for on crab, but there we go. Second species of the night. Now, let's see what happens. Putting a mackerel tail out on a 2-0 big mouth on a pulley rig. On his way back. Right, so first 2 casts on each rod, a fish. Let's hope this action continues. No more chydig. Didn't bring that in very well. Another fish on, guys. What we got? Oh, surprise, surprise. They're waiting. So that's the third species of the night. That was taken on a small strip of mackerel. They do give a good bite for such a small fish. Anyway, normal chydig. Starting to get some good knocks on the big bait there now. Probably a doggy, but we don't know. Fish that can be caught here, of course, are ray and of course the puss. But obviously bass will take a big bait, a big mackerel bait. It's not likely to be one because it's not that kind of bite. Something proper have a go now. Oh, and on the other rod too. Bites on both rods, tight liners. I think I must take the big bait first. When that happens again. Not a bad start. Three species in the first 3 casts, and I'd like to thank all the subscribers because I have reached 300. Not a bad start. Didn't expect to get to 300 as quick as I have. Thank you everyone, tight liners. Hope to bring you some different content pretty soon. Some ideas I'm playing with in my head. So anyway, let's see what's going on over here. Okay. Right, this thing looks pretty ready. I think I might have brought this one in a bit too early. There's another dog. Yeah, there it is out there. Just as expected, tight liners, another dogfish. Get it unclipped, get another bait out, and we'll deal with the fish in a while. It's in a little pool by there, quite happy. Back on the crab now. Let's see if there is a hound now that the darkness has just started. That would be fantastic. First hound of the year would be great. Right, just before I was dealing with that doggy, the other rod was bouncing, so it's time to bring that in now as well, just to see what's there. Something small again, I think. If anything at all. But they got away. Oh no, it's not a fatty. Right, tight liners, that's a dab. So we've had plaice, whiting, dog and dab. 4 species today, and that was caught on a crab and ragworm cocktail. Right, let's get this one unclipped and get another bait out there. There you go, a dab. You know it's a dab, like I've said before, when you rub the skin backwards towards the head, it's rough. And also the lateral line has got a D in it here. D for dab. Let's get this fish back. Just had a message from Adrian there. Now he's fishing over at Newborough today. I couldn't quite get to where he was today with things that we were doing. He's had 1 bass, a 2.5 pound bass, so well done Adrian. Bites happening here all the time. Just had small bites on here again now. Yes indeed. Something small there again, I think. Another whiting, but it's a fisher cast, can't complain about that. Right, these whiting, they're not massive, but they're not small, they're not pin whiting as we would call them, so I don't know. This one was taken fairly deep, so I don't think it's going to go back. So this one's going in the bucket, and it might go home, or it might end up as bait, looking for a huss, or even a conger. Anyway, right, tight liners. Like I was saying earlier, that first whiting didn't go back. So what I've done is just I've taken the tail off, big hook, in through the lip. I'm using a 150 pound hook length on a running ledger with a rotten bottom system, and I'm just going to give it a good little lob just inside here, and I'm going to see if there's a conger or a hearse lurking in there. Why not? Eh? Go big or go home. No, not chydig. Out on the big bait now, I've got a cider mackerel with some squid wrap. And I put this one out quite far just to see if I can get a ray. I haven't seen no bites for a while, seems to have slowed down. Anyway, I'll bring the scratcher in again in a minute just to check the baits again, keep those baits fresh. Not a bad little session so far. Anyway, normal chydig. Something's having a go at that mackerel and squid bait now. I'd like to think it is a ray, so I'd like to give it a bit of time. So let's watch this space and see what happens. Scratching rod is bouncing as well. That'll be another small waiting probably. Take that while I'm waiting for the other one to do something proper. Yet another waiting there, guys, on the little strip of mackerel, that one. Right, what's happening with this big bait? Is it going to take it properly? That is the question. Right, this waiting's quite lively, so I'm going to see. I'm hoping this one will go back. There we go. Yeah, that waiting swimming, good. One annoying thing about here tonight, these midges, chwiws we would call them in Welsh, they're quite annoying. Landing on me everywhere. Anyway, I'm not sure what's happening with this big bait. There were a few little taps earlier. Seems to have stopped, so I'll bring it back. Goich yn ôl, mewn chydig. Right, tight liners, there we are. Another little species to add to it, another little thornback ray. Very small, only about a pound and a half possibly, maybe 2. Anyway, it's only small, But that's another species for tonight. So we've had thornback ray, we've had dogfish, we've had plaice and dab and whiting. 5 species tonight. That's good stuff. Anyway, so I'll get this unhooked. So this was that bite that I was getting on the mackerel and the squid. It died off for a bit and then it just started bouncing like hell there now. So anyway, I'll get this unhooked. And then what I'm going to put out there now is that big bait I showed you earlier, looking for a conger. Just to there. Right, I shall get this thornback back. Normal chydig. Oh, yet another dogfish, guys. Yeah. While I was dealing with that ray, I did see a bite. And as I suspected when I brought this one in, it was hanging there. Still going to go back. So anyway, I'll get it back. Still waiting for any action on that big whiting bait now. It'd be interesting what happens if anything happens with that one. Anyway, normal chydig. Well, I was saying earlier about the whiting not being so small, but that one, yeah, they're getting smaller again. Anyway, that must be what, the 4th whiting of the session. 3 dogs so far. The highlight, of course, the small thornback, plaice and a dab. Not bad. Better than the other night. Anyway, well guys, that last bait, the last scratching bait, was on the bottom for about, I don't know, 2 minutes before another whiting. This one took that mackerel strip quite deep, so it's not going to make it. So in the bucket it goes. It won't go to waste. It'll either be eaten or it will be used as bait somewhere along the line. Anyway, normal chydig. Right, I'm having a break from scratching for a bit now. So, like you know, I've got that big, I've got the whiting bait out on the big rig with a 150-pound line. Just casting very short, looking for conger. And on the other one now, I have got the other big bait out. I put another mackerel and squid wrap, looking for another ray. Fun session so far. Quite enjoying it. Nice to be back amongst the fish. Always nice to be back amongst the fish after a blank session. Nothing of quality yet, but let's see. Something might happen. We never know. Anyway, well, we're about 10-15 minutes now from high water. It's, yeah, 11:45. No action on the big bait as yet. It's a waiting game. That's some fun. So we've had 5 different species. It's not bad in any session. Oh, hang on. Something playing with the squid and mackerel now. On cue. Come on, do it. Do it now. These midges are a pain in the ass though. Very, very mild evening. I haven't felt I needed my jacket yet. Quite a few fishermen out tonight. There's about 4 guys on the far rock to my left, another one fella the next bay to me, and then just a bit further down over there there's a couple of other guys as well. So must have heard there's fish around. No, nothing doing. It's not come back. One of the ships coming in over there now. I'm not sure whether it's one of the Stena or the Irish ferries, or whether it's one of the cruise ships that we get in quite often. Whatever it is, it's still there. Here we go. Could be ready. Could be ready. Come on, let's do it. Come on, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Come on, and again. They're very small bites. They're not very violent. Of course, I'm using my 6.5s tonight, so there's no ratchet on them. So I'm relying on giving them a bit of time. Right, whatever it is that's playing with this bait, it's still there. Let's see. Something there, there's some weight on it. whatever it is. If there's anything at all now, actually. Nah, it's come off. It's come off. Oh, that's it. Oh no. There is something there. There's another ray. What have we got this time? Another little thornback. Don't know if you'll be able to see that, but that is hooked quite nicely in the corner of the mouth with a circle hook. That should come out fairly easy. Come on. There we go. Little 2-0 circle hook, and there's another little thornback ray. Slightly bigger than the first one, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's 2 little thornbacks. It's turning into a nice little session. Normal chydig. Right, let's go and get this little fish back. Little female. Anyway, let's get it back. Normal chydig. Yeah. As I was rebaiting the big bait trace, I threw another scratcher and there we are, another whiting. What's going on here? Yeah, so another whiting there. Bait was in the water for a few seconds, started rattling, and I had to put another scratcher out now as well, and that's been rattling for a bit as well. Anyway, let's get back to it. Normal chydig. Just as we thought, another small whiting. That's the smallest one of the session, that is. Hopefully don't get any smaller than that. Anyway, normal chydig, I'm going to get another mackerel and squid bait out there now. Normal chydig. Well, tight liners, that big whiting bait that I put out, it had been out for about an hour. Nothing seems to have touched it. So I'm knocked that one on the head. Now thrown out another crab bait. Still holding on for that hound. There might be one, you never know. Anyway, ddoi chi'n ôl nos rhywbeth yn digwydd. I'm having some knocks again on the mackerel and squid bait. I'm going to leave it develop. Seems to have worked for the other two. Like I said, I've got a crab bait on the other one. I haven't seen anything happening on that one yet. But what I might do now is see what happens with this fish bait. I've got one other wrap ready. I might just use that one and then call it a night. It's been a successful session. Where tide's going out now. So I don't really know how long it is before it's ineffective here, to be honest with you. This spot is slightly different spot to the spot where I fished with Liam the other week. That spot is just a bit further down to my right. But I think I prefer this spot. That night, as you remember, was just whiting and dogs. Tonight, 5 different species. What a pleasant evening. Byrchan on chydig os yna rhywbeth yn digwydd. I think it's time to bring this one in. Fish on, guys. Another small one. I guess running towards me. It's only a doggy. Oh, good deal, let go of it. Just a doggy and a very small one. Ah, don't use cute for me. Just a doggy on that one. Anyway, going to bring this crab one in now. I think there was a small bite on that one. Probably got a doggy hanging on there too. Let's turn it this way. Nah, nothing on this one. So what I said is that I'll use the one wrap I have on this rig. In the meantime, while I'm salting it out, I will put another scratcher out. So it'll be the last one. Bait's gone. last scratcher going out now. Right. Crab bait gone near enough. So I'm going to put one more mackerel squid wrap on here, and then I'm going to dismantle the scratching rigs when I get this next one in. I don't expect it to be out there very long. I've discovered that it's much easier to do this when you've made the wrap before. It's much quicker and it seems to stay on better as well. Anyway, normal chydig. Well, tight liners, going to start packing up now, but just the last cast there now. I had I've got it here. I haven't done anything with it yet. Another fine husk, guys. Seem to be catching quite a few of these recently. There we are, look at the size of the mouth on that. Okay. Anyway, let's try to get the hook out, and I will weigh it just to know what it is. Oh, hang on, where's it hooked? Where's it hooked? Come on now. Come on, behave. You behave, come on now. And my other bait's going now, and that's another big bait as well. Come on, you. Open that chops of yours. Come on, I've got a clear corner. That's it, that's where I want you. Oh, that's nicely hooked actually. Ah, got it. Right. In the bag. I will get this fish weighed. I'm going to guess about 9 pounds. Right, scale on. and it's on pounds. £9 I reckon. It's quite a fatty. Hello. Hang on a minute, what's going on here? Right. No, it's not making £9. £8 too. £8 this time, guys. Right, let's get it out of the bag and I will release this fish. £8 too. I'll take that. No problem. No, I'm good. Okay, tight liners. This is the last bait in the water now. I'm coming out now. So the end of the session. Good way to finish the session, with that nice huss. £8 too. Not the biggest of this season, but it's the what, 6th huss I've caught this year. Doing alright for the huss. I've had 2 small thornback from here tonight. So I've had 6 species here tonight. That's not bad going. There's a little bit of weight on this now too. Could be a dog, yeah. Or a small ray. Oh, it might be a ray actually. It's staying a little lower. No, it's not. It's coming up to there now. Tis a ray. Another small thornback. So, end of session. Another small female thornback. And that's going to be nicely hooked. That's nicely hooked. Just in the lip. That won't take much undoing, hopefully. There we are, that's out. Not a big fish, but it's a beautiful little fish, eh? Look at that, eh? Perfectly formed thornback ray. End of session there, guys. So, I'll speak to you again in a little while when I get home. No, I'm chydig. Right, tight liners, that was a great session. Fish from the first cast to the very last cast. 6 different species. Plaice, dab, whiting, dogfish, thornback ray and the huss. £8 too. Yeah, great. So that was another new spot along that little bit of coast. Not the same spot as I fished with Liam a few weeks ago. And I enjoyed it. It was a really good spot. Learned a bit, again, about a different place. So yeah, all in all, a very, very enjoyable session. Go back there again another time. Probably somewhere like that Gareth would like to go. Anyway, Until the next time, keep your lines tight.